Hey everybody, aren't our mobile devices lots of fun? Our iPads, our phones. Thing is, as we use our iPads, our phones, our mobile devices, our head has a tendency to go down. And when we put the head down, it puts a lot of pressure on the back of the neck and the shoulder area. Have you ever noticed maybe you're sitting at night and you're just looking at your tablet, you hunch over and you start to feel a lot of pressure in the whole shoulder girdle and in the neck. Today we're going to look at texting neck. That's what I call it anyway. I think other people probably call it that too. Today we're going to look at texting neck and how to alleviate some of the pressure that we put on the shoulders and the neck from our texting devices. Okay, first thing, take a strap or a belt. Whenever I have a yoga strap, it feels like the yoga doctor's in. So I'm always very happy to have a strap. So you can take a strap or a belt and bring it in front of you. The distance between your hands is going to make the difference in the pose. The arms are wide, you're holding your strap, and you're going to take the arms behind. Right about there is where I'm feeling the love. I'm going to bring the hands behind, and we're going to go back through. And you can do this a few times. The idea is to stay nice and broad across your low belly, so you're in your core. And this particular pose helps release the pectoralis muscles. Oh, especially when you go back. Now the thing I want to mention is, if you're too close in the distance between the hands, you're not going to be able to go back. It's going to really hurt. If you're too far, it's just going to feel really easy, right? Just back and forth. You want to find the place, the distance between the hands where you're feeling the love, but it's not too intense. You want to feel just the right amount of love in this pose. You can do this a few times, and then when you take the hands back like this, that's where I'm feeling the love. You can pause there and push your thumbs wide. So the thumbs will go wider. You're going to feel a corresponding opening in the inside of the arm all the way up into this area, which helps release the pectoralis muscles. That's yoga pose number 1. Okay. Yoga pose number 2, we are going to stay with the strap. You're going to take a shorter distance between the hands now. We're going to bring the arms overhead. Now I call this sunflower arms. Always imagine like I'm a kid in the school play and doing the sunflower thing. Hold the strap, push your thumbs wide. And as you push the thumbs wide, draw the shoulder blades down the back. So in other words, we're not like this and all tight. We're actually drawing the shoulder blades down the back, and the thumbs are moving wide. From here, we're going to crescent over to each side. And you can pause here and even gaze overhead across that upper arm. And as you do so, broaden down the shoulder blades again and imagine your armpits are even hollow. And then you can come up and you can do that on the other side. So the low belly stays nice and broad. You can hollow out the armpit of that upper arm and even extend through the underside of the elbows. And again, you can do this a few times, say 3 times on each side. All right? That's yoga pose number 2. The next pose you're going to take at a wall. Your arm's going to be coming behind you. The elbow will be bent to begin with in this first variation of the pose. Now, you're going to square up the hips. The core is nice and broad. From there, your arm can go behind, push through all 5 fingers of the hand that's at the wall, push through all 5 fingers, and at the same time, push through the underside of the arm. Push that elbow into the wall. And you can hold this pose for, say, 5-7 breaths. That's a nice period of time to hold the majority of yoga poses. So a benefit of this particular pose is that it releases the pectoralis muscles in this area. And when we take texting neck, we're hunching forward. We're putting a lot of tension in the back of the neck. That pose takes us in the opposite direction. It gets the head of the arm bone back, it helps us lift the heart, and it releases tension in the back of the neck. Another variation of this particular pose, if you want to challenge yourself a little bit more, you can actually bring the arms straight. But it's very important to keep the core nice and broad and to keep a beautiful posture, an upright posture. We don't want the neck sliding forward like this. You want to take the chin back a little bit. Straight arm is an option, and then you can also open up the hand.
So do you know when you're sleeping in bed or you go to bed at night and your pillow's way up like this and maybe you have your mobile device or your iPad or something in front of you? That's basically texting neck. So we'll lay down in bed, we'll prop ourselves up with pillows, and we've immediately put ourselves in a texting neck position. It's not very much fun. It's going to start to hurt again here. In fact, right now for me, it's starting to hurt a little bit. So think about when you're in bed at night, how you're using your pillows, right? And what that's looking like.